Did you know that certain supplements currently sitting in your medicine cabinet, which you trust to maintain your vitality, might actually be subtly accelerating the aging process while stressing your cardiovascular system and clouding your memory? It sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it, considering that for decades older adults have been advised that a daily vitamin regimen is the cornerstone of remaining robust and autonomous. However, emerging data from geriatric research highlights a complex reality where a significant number of seniors are utilizing suboptimal supplements and inadvertently compromising their physiological well-being. It is important to realize that not all formulations are created equal, as some may promote inflammation or burden metabolic processes, while others genuinely support cellular repair and cognitive acuity. The distinction between these two categories can significantly influence whether you feel energetic or fatigued as the years progress. So tonight, we are clarifying common misconceptions within the health industry to identify 4 specific supplements that warrant caution after the age of 60 and 4 essential nutrients your body truly requires to remain resilient. We focus on these details because successful aging relies less on marketing claims and more on understanding biological needs, which might fundamentally alter your morning routine. Before we explore the details, if you have not yet joined our community, please consider subscribing and enabling notifications so you remain updated on health strategies tailored for you. If you find value in this discussion, please type 1 in the comments or type 0 if there are ways I can improve this content for you. Let us begin with the first category concerning supplements that require careful consideration, starting with high-dose vitamin E. Initially, this nutrient appears beneficial, and for a long time it was heralded by advertisers as a champion for cardiovascular health and youthful skin. Many individuals continue to rely on it, hoping to preserve arterial integrity, but there is a nuance regarding dosage that is rarely discussed in general conversation. Excessive intake of vitamin E may inadvertently place strain on the very cardiovascular system it is intended to safeguard. Clinical reviews suggest that older adults consuming high amounts of synthetic vitamin E may face elevated risks regarding heart health and stroke. In straightforward terms, the supplement intended to bolster your heart function might actually render it more susceptible to stress. The issue often lies in the chemical composition, as many over-the-counter options utilize a synthetic form that the body does not utilize as efficiently as natural sources. This can lead to an imbalance in antioxidant levels, potentially fostering oxidative stress rather than preventing it. Cardiologists often observe clinical scenarios where patients take high-dose vitamin E with the best intentions, yet experience unexpected blood-thinning effects. In one representative case, a patient taking these supplements for heart health experienced complications after a minor injury because the blood lacked normal clotting ability. The supplement they trusted was essentially working against their physiology. The optimal source of this nutrient is not found in a capsule, but rather in your pantry through almonds, olive oil, or sunflower seeds, which provide the necessary compounds naturally. Ultimately, it is not merely about adding supplements, but understanding which ones might hinder your longevity rather than supporting it. If you found the information regarding vitamin E surprising, wait until you learn about the next common supplement that might be impacting brain function. If you are following along and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to show your support. Now let's move on to the second point regarding iron supplements, unless they are specifically prescribed. Iron is often associated with strength and vitality, leading many older adults to believe that daily supplementation is essential for maintaining energy levels. However, a lesser-known fact is that after the age of 60, excess iron can accumulate in the body and create a physiological burden. Unlike in our younger years, our bodies do not eliminate iron as efficiently once we reach retirement age or pass certain hormonal milestones. Yet, the habit of supplementation often persists. This can lead to iron overload, a condition where the metal slowly builds up in vital organs like the liver and heart. Once iron accumulates in these tissues, it generates oxidative stress, which essentially accelerates cellular wear and tear from the inside. Geriatric specialists often encounter individuals suffering from fatigue who mistakenly attribute their symptoms to anemia and self-medicate with iron supplements. In many such cases, blood tests reveal iron levels far exceeding the safe limit rather than a deficiency. This excess iron can impair liver function and contribute to inflammation within the neural pathways. Instead of needing more iron, these individuals often need significantly less to restore their health balance. Scientific literature links elevated iron levels in seniors to potential risks regarding cognitive decline and cardiovascular challenges. Iron can fuel oxidative stress, which feeds the same inflammatory processes that contribute to joint discomfort and memory lapses. Therefore, unless a physician specifically diagnoses a deficiency, it is often wise to avoid multivitamins containing iron and instead source it from leafy greens and lean proteins. Sometimes what feels like a boost in energy is actually the body reacting to a substance it cannot easily eliminate. If iron has the potential to impact heart and brain health, the next vitamin on our list is equally concerning because it promises nerve support, but can be harmful in excess. We are talking about megadoses of vitamin B6, which is frequently marketed as a protector of the nervous system. This vitamin is said to maintain steadiness and mental sharpness, yet for many older adults, high doses can trigger adverse effects. There is a critical threshold where vitamin B6 changes from being beneficial to potentially damaging, particularly when taken in doses exceeding 100 milligrams daily. This condition, known as peripheral neuropathy, manifests as tingling numbness or discomfort in the extremities. For many seniors, these symptoms are often misdiagnosed as other age-related conditions, causing the actual source of the problem to go undetected. Neurologists frequently see patients complaining of persistent pins and needles sensations who are unaware their supplement regimen is the cause. In a typical clinical example, a patient might present with these nerve symptoms believing it is simply age, while tests reveal their B6 levels are drastically elevated. They may have been taking a nerve support complex with high dosages, thinking they were preserving their health. In reality, the excessive intake was compromising their nerve function cell by cell. This is particularly risky because if left unaddressed, the nerve impact from B6 toxicity can become difficult to reverse. The vitamin accumulates in nerve tissue over time, gradually dulling sensation and affecting coordination, which is hazardous for anyone over 60. Research indicates that seniors are more vulnerable because their metabolic clearance of B6 slows down with age. The irony is that a vitamin intended to support vitality can inadvertently threaten mobility and independence. To protect your nerves, it is generally safer to skip megadoses and rely on food sources like poultry and oats, as the body requires very little daily. If you think that is concerning, the next item on this list is even more deceptive, as millions take it daily believing it sustains them while it may be counterproductive. If you are still watching and finding value in this analysis, please comment number 1 below to let me know you are here. Now let's continue with point number 4 regarding synthetic multivitamins containing fillers and massive doses. Every morning, countless seniors reach for a generic bottle labeled as a complete multivitamin for mature adults. It serves as a comforting ritual promising to cover all nutritional bases for the heart, brain, and skeletal system. However, we must ask if that daily tablet is truly providing the benefit we assume it is. Many mass-market multivitamins contain isolated compounds and artificial additives that may not mimic the complexity of whole foods. These products are often manufactured with cost-effectiveness in mind, rather than optimal biological absorption. When consumed daily, these synthetic nutrients can accumulate, creating extra work for the liver and kidneys to process. Integrative medicine. Physicians often report cases where patients present with unexplained fatigue or elevated liver enzymes despite a healthy lifestyle. Upon investigation, it is frequently discovered that the patient has been taking a potent multivitamin for years, leading to an excess buildup of certain synthetic vitamins. It wasn't diet causing the issue, but rather the cumulative effect of the daily supplement. The frightening reality is that the body handles synthetic isolates differently than it handles nutrients bound in food matrices. These isolated chemicals can sometimes bypass natural regulatory mechanisms, causing oxidative stress similar to the cellular damage associated with aging. When you add in hidden fillers and artificial colorings, you have a formula that might contribute to inflammation rather than wellness. If you choose to take a multivitamin, ensure it is derived from whole foods and tested for purity to ensure your body receives nourishment rather than unnecessary additives. The truth is that the right vitamins can transform your health, but only if they come from high-quality sources. Now that we have uncovered the potential risks, it is time to shift our focus and reveal the 4 essential nutrients that are highly beneficial for seniors. First on the list is vitamin D3 paired with K2. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at converting sunlight into vitamin D, even if we spend ample time outdoors. This is why a significant portion of the older population faces vitamin D deficiency, which can lead to frailty and immune challenges. However, most seniors do not realize that taking vitamin D alone is often insufficient and requires its partner vitamin K2 for optimal function. Endocrinologists explain that while vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium, it is vitamin K2 that directs that calcium to the bones rather than the soft tissues. Without K2, there is a risk that calcium could deposit in the arteries instead of strengthening the skeletal structure. Imagine believing you are fortifying your bones while the calcium is inadvertently contributing to arterial stiffness. This is a clinical reality observed when patients take high doses of vitamin D for years without balancing it with K2. Scans in such cases might reveal calcification in coronary arteries because the mineral was not properly guided to the bone matrix. When the regimen is adjusted to include vitamin K2, the calcium metabolism often stabilizes and bone density markers can improve. Vitamin D3 and K2 function as a synergistic team where one facilitates absorption and the other ensures proper distribution, protecting both the heart and the skeleton. Studies suggest that seniors with adequate levels of both nutrients tend to maintain better cognitive health and physical stability. Therefore, if you are supplementing with vitamin D, it is highly recommended to pair it with K2 to create a comprehensive protective effect. Because when it comes to maintaining mental clarity and energy, after 60, there is another vitamin that is crucial. This next nutrient fights fatigue and supports memory, yet it is often overlooked in standard care. We are referring to vitamin B12 specifically in the methylcobalamin form. There is a widespread issue among older adults regarding B12 deficiency, which often goes unnoticed until symptoms become pronounced. It affects a large percentage of seniors who may feel increasingly sluggish or forgetful and simply attribute it to the aging process. However, the reality is often more hopeful because vitamin B12 acts as a catalyst for the nervous system and red blood cell production. It is essential for carrying oxygen and maintaining the protective sheaths around your nerves. Without adequate levels, the mind can feel foggy and balance can become compromised. As we age, our digestive system produces less intrinsic factor, which is necessary to extract B12 from food sources. This means that even with a nutritious diet, you might still be lacking this vital nutrient for brain health. Neurologists frequently encounter patients who fear they are developing cognitive decline due to memory lapses and confusion. Testing often reveals critically low B12 levels, and after supplementation with the absorbable methylcobalamin form, their mental clarity significantly improves. In these instances, it was not a degenerative brain disease, but a correctable nutritional deficiency. Scientific data supports the finding that restoring B12 levels can enhance focus and mood in older populations. The key is to choose the methylcobalamin form, which is bioavailable, rather than the cheaper synthetic versions found in many standard vitamins. If you have been feeling unusually tired or mentally scattered, do not assume it is inevitable aging, as your body might simply be requesting nutritional support. But there is another nutrient, even more underestimated, that promotes relaxation and heart rhythm. Almost every senior could benefit from this next mineral, which helps with sleep quality and muscle relaxation. We are talking about magnesium in the glycinate or malate form. There is a reason many older adults experience stiffness or restless sleep, and it often stems from a lack of this essential mineral. Most adults are not consuming enough magnesium, which regulates hundreds of bodily functions from heart stability to nerve signaling. This deficiency creates symptoms like sudden muscle cramps or anxiousness that interferes with rest. Magnesium acts as a calming agent for the body, helping to regulate blood pressure and sleep cycles. However, aging kidneys excrete magnesium more readily, and certain medications can deplete it further. Cardiologists often treat patients with irregular heartbeats and fatigue, who are simply low on this vital mineral. Once these patients are placed on a high-quality magnesium supplement, their heart rhythm often stabilizes, and they report significantly better sleep. It wasn't that their heart was failing, but rather that their biological rhythm was disrupted by a mineral imbalance. The form of magnesium matters greatly, as cheap varieties like magnesium oxide are poorly absorbed and can cause digestive issues. Magnesium glycinate is gentle and absorbs effectively, helping to soothe the nervous system. When your magnesium levels are optimized, your heart beats more steadily and your sleep becomes more restorative. It is as if the body finally has the resources to relax and repair itself. While magnesium restores calm, the next nutrient offers powerful protection for the heart and brain. It has the potential to sharpen memory and support longevity from a cellular level. We are referring to omega-3 fatty acids, specifically from fish oil or algae-based sources containing DHA and EPA. Among all studied nutrients, omega-3s are consistently cited as vital for healthy aging. They serve as essential fuel for the brain and support for the cardiovascular system. Yet many seniors are deficient. Omega-3s work to reduce systemic inflammation and maintain the flexibility of arterial walls. As we age, our internal production of these healthy fats diminishes, which can manifest as stiffer joints and slower cognitive processing. Cardiovascular specialists often recount stories of patients with low energy and memory lapses who have extremely low omega-3 indices. After supplementing with high-quality fish oil, specifically ensuring adequate amounts of EPA and DHA, these patients often experience a remarkable turnaround. Their energy levels rebound, and their ability to concentrate improves significantly. Research indicates that higher levels of omega-3s are associated with better heart health outcomes and cognitive preservation. These fatty acids act as a natural shield against the inflammation caused by stress and environmental factors over the decades. The key is purity, so always choose wild-caught fish oil or algae-based options that are tested for contaminants. When your heart functions efficiently and your mind is clear, life feels more manageable and enjoyable. Omega-3s are not just a supplement, but a tool to help you maintain your vibrance as you age. Now that you have discovered the nutrients that protect your longevity, it is time to reflect on how to implement this knowledge. At this stage in life, every dietary choice carries significant weight regarding how you feel and function. Vitamins should not be seen merely as pills, but as the building blocks of your daily reality. The wrong choices can subtly drain your vitality, while the right ones can reinvigorate your mind and body. For seniors, health is about preserving the dignity of independence and the ability to engage with loved ones. Nutrients like D3 plus K2, B12, magnesium, and omega-3 are tools designed to assist your body in aging gracefully. Science supports their efficacy, but the true proof is found in the improved quality of life for those who use them wisely. So tonight, as you look at your routine, ask yourself if these choices are truly adding value to your years. Aging does not have to be synonymous with decline if you make informed decisions. The most rewarding chapters of your life can still be ahead of you with the right support. These lessons are intended to inspire you to live authentically and with full health. I would love to hear your thoughts, so please take a moment to share one insight you plan to apply to your own life. Let us support one another on this path toward better health and understanding. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1, or if not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback is essential to us, so please remember to like and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here is to living life on your own terms.